Yeah. I often get the question, Jasper, how do you combine all of these things together? Having a full-time job, family with 2 small kids, training 15 hours a week, racing, and then running a YouTube channel. I don't know, it's just very hard work, but I can tell you that this summer it's starting to pile up, and this whole pile just fell over, and I really had to take a step back. What's up guys, what's up cycling fanatics, welcome back to this video. What's going on with the channel, what's coming up in 2024. It's actually super exciting, but I do admit that I haven't been uploading that many videos this year, and especially the last 5 months. Why is that? Well, it all started after L'étape de Tour. This is the last race video that I published on my channel. And the day after I got sick. I had a bronchitis infection. I was out for weeks. I mean, after about 2 weeks I could start riding, but my energy levels were just so low, and this just took down my productivity. Normally I prioritize all my training schedules within my work schedule, and then the rest of the time I spent editing and punching out all this content. Right now I just didn't have the energy for that. Also, I was planning a super awesome trip to China, which I'm gonna talk about.
This is really Chinese.
And the Mallorca cycling camp in April, where we still have spots left, by the way. So, July, this summer, I was training, focusing on haute route. I was quite depressed actually because of my sickness for a couple weeks, and I wasn't sure how this was gonna go, but in the end, haute route turned out to be quite a success. Right now I am actually editing this 7-part documentary, which is gonna be awesome. A lot of you guys have been questioning when is it coming up. I can tell you it is coming. And after that I was focusing on the National Championship, European Championship and World Championship Gravel. The World's Gravel were actually one of my focus points this year, but because of all this stuff was going on, I changed my bike, I built a new bike, I had troubles with my bike, I was planning the World Championship trip, and I just forgot to register for the Worlds. So the day after European Championship, I found out, and I was too late. Nothing to do, and that's it. So my main focus goal of the year, out of the window. So that really put down my motivation to do anything. So I just didn't touch the bike for 2 weeks. I went into hibernation straight away, and then we started to plan this trip to China. And I say we because this year I started working with Bart. He's also a cyclist and he's a cameraman. He's a super nice guy, and we went to China together for Windspace. They invited us to come check out the whole carbon production process, the factories where they make the wheels, the spokes and the frames. But to plan this trip and to organize all of these different bits and pieces, it just took so much effort that I then didn't have time to edit, so it was already stacking up again. Super amazing trip, by the way. We saw so many things, we learned a lot about the carbon production and the stuff that we got to film inside these factories. I really think it's unique, and you haven't seen it yet anywhere on YouTube or anywhere else. I mean, there's been documentaries or videos about, you know, carbon frames and stuff, but not the stuff that we saw. So that's coming up early 24 as well. Coming back from China, my off season was done, because if you haven't seen it yet, I'm preparing for Cape Epic, the biggest mountain bike race in the world, and this is in March. So I only have 2 months left to train, and now I'm really focusing on getting fit for this race. So trying to get back on to editing, and I've got a lot of stuff coming up. We've got the National Championship, the European Championship Gravel, of course the Haute Route documentary. We've got the Gravel 150 UCI gravel race. We've got a really interesting bike fit video that I did for STRAVA, where we checked out my power pedals and crank length and all this stuff. And of course the Windspace documentary. So there's a lot of stuff coming up. Almost all sponsors from last year are staying with me. So we've got Sirocco, POC, Martin, Eat My Ride, Victoria Tires, we've got Yolio, Windspace, Loon Performance Wheels, Asioma. I started working with Asioma officially this year. or last year. I've been using them for 4 years already, but we're continuing and I will be featuring them in these videos that I'm talking about. BH was just a short chapter. I worked with them for a year. They're doing different stuff this year, so that's that. I'm still looking for a bike for Cape Epic, but I'm talking to a few different brands, so I think that's gonna be alright. We're doing the cycling camp on Mallorca again in April. It was a really big success last year, so this year I'm throwing down 2 weeks. The second week is almost full, but we got plenty of availability in the first week. So if you're looking for the most amazing cycling week of your life, or if you really want to train for another goal later in 2024, make sure you check out the link in the description and go check out my cycling camp. I'll be there all week to ride with you and to share everything I know about cycling, nutrition, and life and whatever. To come back to the question I started this video, Jasper, how the hell do you combine all of these things? Cycling is my passion. I love cycling and I love doing stuff around bikes. So it's basically priorities, and my love for cycling just keeps me going, and that's why and that's how I can jam pack so much work into a week, so much work into 24 hours. I start to get my energy back. So 2024, here we go. I'm gonna see you in the next video. It's coming soon. See ya!